Alright, what's up, guys? Glad you're here. If you're here live or afterwards, either way, I'm glad you're here. I hope everybody's week is off to a good start. So we'll give it a minute to get rolling. If you're here live, bear with me. If you're here after the live, feel free to skip ahead a little bit. But anyway. So hold on, I gotta check notifications. Alright. Okay, anyway, thanks for being here, guys. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. What's up, Paula? Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Hope you're doing well. Kind of sounds like there's something going on outside. Sorry. Got a little sidetracked. Good. Glad. I'm glad, Paula. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm hearing out there. It's messing with me though. Oh, okay. I'll have to check it out. Paula. So, hey, chat, what's up? And anybody who's here, thanks for popping in. OG, what's up, what's up? Great to see you guys, and thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out and staring at lasers with me. Huh, okay. I'll have to try and check it out. Paula. I've been wrestling with stupid things all day. Well, everybody that's in the chat so far pretty much has been in the chat for a while. Oh, what's up, Danny? Good to see you. So anyway, hold on, I gotta check notifications. I'm being notified again, and it's not anything of any importance. Whatever. Better unimportant than bad notifications, I guess. Yeah, it's been shorts weather around here too. It's getting hot. It's supposed to cool off again a little bit. I don't know, later in the week, I guess, or next week. But we got some 90s in the forecast, and I'm not looking forward to that. It's gonna be, it's gonna feel really hot considering it's been a while since we've had any hot weather. And of course, that's not even hot yet. It's going to be way worse than that. Could be 30 degrees hotter than that this summer. I hope not. I hope it's not as bad as last summer. Wow. Yeah, I got up to like 85 here. 85, I think, was the highest temperature that I saw downtown throughout the day. Felt pretty warm. Nice sunny day, I guess. A lot of people, I guess, were probably outside and enjoying it. Yeah, I mean, we didn't really get any monsoon in Vegas last year. Um, much, much less than usual. And if we get decent, you know, monsoonal moisture rolling in, and rain and stuff, it usually won't get too hot during monsoon season. But we got gypped last year. But I went and did the Sunday ride. Some of you came along. Thanks for that. We did like half of the first part of the Sunday ride. There's an additional ride on Sunday, and I went and did that too. I rode 30 plus miles yesterday on a mountain bike. And it was kind of warm. It felt kind of warm, especially in the sun. I got a lot of sun yesterday. I'm trying to get used to it though. I mean, we're in the desert and it's going to be hot, and that sun is brutal. So, I'm getting a good base going right now, adjusting to the warmer months. I'm trying to anyway, trying to soften the blow. I was going to be out doing Uber Eats right now, guys. I was going to try and live stream that, actually. But some of you know, we went through this last year. Once a year, you have to do a background check on your Uber driver account. And today was the day for me. And I did it like 12 hours ago, and it still hasn't gone through. And I called them a little while ago, Uber, and said, what gives here? This has never taken this long before. I've been an Uber driver for like 9 years now. And why should I even have to do it after this amount of time anyway? And they said, well, their insurance, requires that everybody does it once a year. But right now, everything is backlogged. All the government agencies and stuff, what with cutbacks and the firings and just backlogs on everything now. So the person I talked to on the phone at Uber said if it didn't go through in like the first 90 minutes, it's going to be like 10 to 14 days. So I might have to wait 10 to 14 days before I can do Uber Eats again. I hope not, because that's going to be a big problem. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. I was going to take you guys out for that. It's nice weather. I would be out riding a bike, delivering food right now. After the day I had yesterday, I don't really want to go out and ride a bike for the hell of it. But if I could do Uber Eats, I'd, go out and take a couple of deliveries. But whatever. I mean, DoorDash still works, and I log in sometimes, but they think I'm driving a car, and I went through all kinds of hell with them to try and straighten that out. And then they deactivated my account, and then reactivated it. Like, I told them I was riding a bike, and they deactivated my account, and then they reactivated it a little while later and think I'm driving a car again. So they send me orders that are going like 10 miles, for like $6. So I got to go 20 miles round trip on a bicycle for like $6. And that's not happening. So if I could get some short, close orders on DoorDash, I could make a few dollars that way, but it just never goes like that anymore. If it's a close delivery, it's like $2. Or lately I saw $1.50. Is anybody getting those? $1.50 to deliver a freaking DoorDash order is the first time I ever saw that. I wouldn't take anything. I wouldn't take something across the street for $1.50. So I don't know who in the hell's taking those, but I guess the food delivery apps are getting really bad anyway. But $1.50, come on now. So anyway, I gotta wait for my background check to go through, however long that's gonna take. 10 to 14 days, I guess, at this point, because of backlogs and other stupid shit. Oh, 124. Yeah, that's too hot. That's about the hottest I've ever felt. Where I used to live in Sunrise Manor, it would get that hot. Um, and that's terrible. It's too stinking hot. So yeah, I'm getting a little worried if I can't use Uber Eats. It's like I was kind of getting everything else set up and organized so that I could go out and focus on, taking a few deliveries here and there and getting some content in the process. And now it's kind of not good that I can't do that right now. I can't believe, like it's never, even last year it took, I don't know, I think, didn't it take until the next day? I don't know. I know that there was an issue with it last year, too. Like the year before that, I did the, background check thing that says allow background check or whatever. And then seriously, like an hour later, it says, okay, you're good. And you can log in and take deliveries. But now I could be waiting a while, I guess. I hope not. I hope it goes through tomorrow. I could maybe take a couple tomorrow. But that's, I was told not to expect that it's going to happen that quickly because a lot of people are waiting like 10 to 14 days now. Let's see, did I get notified again? So anyway, yeah, shout out to anyone who came along for a part of the bike ride yesterday. That's a fun ride. Until it gets too hot, I guess I'm gonna go and do the whole Sunday rides. The first part that everybody goes on, I showed you the second half of that. That's the part that everybody goes on. But afterwards, there's another ride. Everybody goes and eats, and then there's another ride after that, like immediately following. And we went a lot of places on that ride, and that was pretty cool. I didn't have a power bank or a way to charge my phone while we were out, or I would have, probably tried to bring you some of that, but I wasn't even expecting to do that. I didn't even know about it. But it was pretty cool, and maybe next time I can show you guys some of that one too. But thanks again to everybody who came along for that yesterday. It's only my second time doing the Sunday ride now, but it's a great one, and you really got to come out and do it if you're here, if you're gonna be here until it's too hot. Another month or so. Well, hopefully not. As soon as like another month, it's gonna be too hot to be out in the middle of the day. Hopefully it's not for at least a couple of months. I'm still, I feel like I'm almost conditioned enough that I can take that Santa Monica ride if all the pieces fall into place. That's kind of why I hit it as hard as I did yesterday. But we're gonna see. Oh, he's starting on Wednesday? Okay, I was wondering about that. I didn't see any notifications about it being today, Paula, so I don't know. I'm gonna be excited to see his journey. And that's awesome that he's doing that. I was gonna wake up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, and just I actually got some store brand coffee creamer at the store today. Went and spent like $11 on groceries. Because I have some instant coffee that's not good at all, but like my one indulgence is going to 7-Eleven in the morning and getting coffee, and now I'm not even going to be doing that. I'm going to use the instant coffee that I have at home, and I got some creamer for it. But I was going to get up super early tomorrow and go do Uber Eats, try to hit it for breakfast before it gets too hot. It's going to be a warm one tomorrow compared to weather we've had, wintertime weather. It's going to feel pretty hot. It's not going to be hot, but it's going to feel like it. So maybe I'm still going to wake up early, I guess, and maybe by the grace of God, my background check has gone through and I can do Uber Eats. That's a little optimistic. But like if I don't take some deliveries tomorrow, it's not going to be good. Unless the money comes from somewhere else, but I don't know, where at this point. Maybe somebody comes and buys something. I thought I had the GT sold today, and like 2 people messaged me on it. One gave me a lowball offer, and I said I'll go low, but not that low. And then he was out, and then another guy made an offer that was still a little too low, but he was, he wasn't too far out of the ballpark. So I came back with one, and he's like, "Yeah, that sounds good. Are you available this afternoon?" And I said, "Yes." And I said where I am. He said, "Okay, I could probably be over that way." And then he messaged me like an hour later. He's like, "I bought something else that was closer to me." I was like, "Okay, whatever." So I might still, I don't know. I marked down the price like $10 again. I might get a fresh inquiry about it. It's still early enough. Hey, baby love. Hello. I see you down there. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I'm just chilling, waiting for my Uber driver background check to go through again. They do it every year. And this time, because of like backlogs at government agencies and other you know, cleaning house. It is hot already. It was hot today, definitely. It feels hot. It's definitely not hot compared to how it's gonna be, but it does definitely feel hot, doesn't it, baby love? And hey, Joe, what's going on, buddy? 25 degrees? Oh, Joe's getting a heat wave too. Well, compared to how you were mentioning it, like being a couple of months ago, Joe, or even more recently than that. Hey, Big Boys PEV is here. Good to see you, buddy. But glad you guys could make it, all of you. And it's great to get to spend some time with you. Shane's here. I was gonna try and harass Shane into coming out and doing DoorDash with or Door. Well, I was gonna log into DoorDash, but I don't get DoorDash orders anymore that I can take on a bicycle. But I was gonna try and swindle Shane into coming and taking a ride with me tonight and enjoying the beautiful weather and doing Uber Eats. But the Uber Eats thing, I gotta wait for the freaking background check and the backlogs and everything else, and it's very frustrating, and I'd rather just make some damn money and take some deliveries and enjoy the nicer weather while we still have some. Because yeah, like Baby Love was saying a minute ago, it's already hot. It feels hot already. And we're not even into the hot yet. It could be, let's see, 35 degrees hotter than it was today. And it did feel hot today. And on Wednesday, on my 7-day forecast on my phone, it's still showing. Yeah, it's still warm outside right now, but it feels good. Now it's not getting like cold as soon as the sun goes down. You know, like a month ago, and for the whole winter, even if we had warm days, as soon as the sun goes down in Vegas in the wintertime, it's cold. But now it's not. Now the nights are getting, quite a bit better. And like the Friday ride was so nice. Um, the Chaos ride was just so good from start to finish. I was just wearing a t-shirt and a hoodie, and I was never cold. I was usually like warm. Hey, Laney Grace is here. What's up? What's up? It's great to see you guys, and thanks for being here. I appreciate you coming and hanging out and staring at laser patterns with me as I wait, hopefully not 10 to 14 days, for my Uber background check to go through. It's that time of year again, if you're just tuning in. Once a year, Uber has to do a background check on me, and now, like they say, most people's goes through in like 90 minutes or something, but they say if yours didn't go through in that amount of time, it can take 10 to 14 days. And it's been like 12 and a half hours since I did it, and it still hasn't gone through, so I guess it's going to be a while. But that sucks. And for anyone who's waiting to see some delivery content too, I'm sorry. As soon as that goes through, we're going to go out and take some deliveries if I'm still alive. If I haven't died of being poor by then. But I'm trying to sell one GT, the nice one that I've been riding, GT bike, and, pay some bills and still get something else to flip. But I need to finish the Extreme Dad bike, the other GT. I put a link down below. Anyone who wants to check out my updated list, I got some funky beach cruiser tires for it because they're cheap. They're on sale right now. Tires and tubes and like rim strips and other stuff. The whole thing with the coupon, the discount, whatever, is like under $30 for everything, and that's a pretty good deal, I think. So I only need a few pieces. I need a hacksaw to cut that stupid. I spread it a little bit more today, but I need a hacksaw to cut that stinking rack thing off the back of the GT frame. And then just a few pieces. I need a handlebar, I need pedals, and tires, and tubes, and grips. And then that bike will last another 32 years. So I'm trying to do all these things here, and it would help a lot if I could go out and do Uber Eats and make a few dollars that way. You're never going to get rich on a bicycle in Las Vegas doing Uber Eats, but I would make some money. I could be out right now, dinner time, while the weather is nice, taking a couple of deliveries, 2, 3 dinner deliveries make, 20, $25 maybe, but they gotta send it through. They gotta finish my background check, and it sucks that Uber makes you do that once a year, and now everything's backlogged. Um, so I don't know. What's up, Carrie? Good to see you, buddy. I hope you're doing better. I know you had the flu one of the last times you were in here, so I hope you're feeling a lot better now. But check out, what do you think of the color of the tires that I want to put on the Extreme Dad Bike? I think they'd be good dad bike tires too. Like good dad bike tread. But they're super cheap and they'd get here like next day. Amazon Prime. Hold on, let's see. I can't. I can't, Laney Grace, because I have cancer. I can't donate plasma, or I totally would. And what's up, Don? Still working on it, but the egg prices are still through the roof at the moment. That's going to put a damper on starting an egg salad and churro empire. Uh, well, hope you keep getting better, Carrie. Sorry you're still sick. But yeah, if not, Laney Grace, if not for cancer and ulcerative colitis, I would donate plasma, but they're like no and no. But thank you anyway. Because you can make, like, you can pay some bills with that. I know people that do donate plasma. Well, I've been doing okay, more or less, Don. Hope you're doing okay too. Went and rode like 30 miles on a mountain bike yesterday. It's ups and downs, peaks and valleys. Be great if I could be doing some Uber Eats right now, but I'm waiting for the what kind of I can find you one, Shane, probably depending on, budget and everything. They do come around. I'm trying to find one for Mike too, unless you're asking on Mike's behalf. And Big Boys PV, what kind of green LEDs? I can get you some. If you mean like the plasma lights, I can get you some for sure. I can order them in small quantities, but they're a little more expensive that way. Yeah, they won't let you do it for, like, there's a lot of things that'll prevent you from being able to do it. Any blood pressure issues, any heart problems, cancer of any kind, any bleeding issues like ulcers. I have ulcers. Um, so you do have to check a few boxes to be able to donate plasma. But yeah, you can get like $100 each time, and they'll give it to you right there on the spot on a debit card. Yeah, I can get you. Depends what you want. Like what voltage, like the plug and play USB 5 volt. They draw a little more power than the 12 and 24, but they seem to be brighter. Those are the ones that I get most commonly. Those are the best and brightest. But I can absolutely get them. Just, let me know what kind you want, length, and I can get you 12 or 24 volt as well, depending on how you want to power them. Like, if you're doing wheels, it might be better to do that unless you want to have at least 10,000 milliamp power supply. I don't know. Hold on. Well, I'll find it. Shane, why don't you come out with me tomorrow or something? Let's go look at bikes. I'll take you to some of my honey holes and can probably negotiate you a really good deal. Uh, oh, goodness. Well, I hope you're doing better with your eyes now, Laney Grace. Okay, yeah, let me know, Shane. But yeah, let's get you out on a bicycle. I know you wouldn't want to ride it all the way, probably from where you live, but to do rides here. But maybe there's a way. Like maybe I could store. I even thought I was going to mention this to you. Maybe I could store a bike for you here. You could ride over on your e-bike and grab your BMX if you wanted. Yeah, night rides when the weather is good for sure. I feel ya, big boys PV. And when you ride at night, I can say, from a lot of experience, you do want to be as visible as possible in those plasma lights. Like if they don't see you with plasma lights on your bikes, scooters, etc., like then they just weren't going to see you anyway. They really probably shouldn't be driving because they are legally blind if they don't see you with plasma lights on. Sorry to hear that, Laney Grace. But yeah, that's a deal breaker. I know you can't donate plasma if you have heart issues. But that is good side money, and I know a lot of people. I mean, people are standing out. People are standing in line out. There's one like right down the street, and I went by it the other day, and there must have been like 8 or 9 people standing outside of the building waiting to go in. Well, you should probably get some kind of light up stuff for your bike too, then, Joe. And try riding at night. Riding at night is fine if you're in groups. It's pretty safe. But if you're solo, just make sure you got lots of things that light up, and it should still be fine. Yeah, well, I was gonna say, Shane, like if I don't know, like if you wanted to leave a bike here so you didn't have to take the bus or put it in a car or pedal it all the way. Because BMX doesn't take up a lot of space. I don't know. But I'll take you a couple of places where you can probably find a pretty good deal. Like, there's a Mongoose with a one-piece crank. Still a pretty good Mongoose. A little, used, but kind of like the one that Vic was riding on Friday. Like an orange Mongoose. And they'll take like $50 for it. And I was going to mention that to Mike, I forgot, but that's the deal where I don't know. We'll go through it. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, well, I had a roommate that used to do the plasma thing, and he's like, "It's grocery money, man." It's like I make he did he made enough money donating plasma to buy all of his groceries and paid all of his bills with other money. It's kind of a smart thing to do. Good side money, and a lot of people around here are doing it to stay alive, but you can't do it if you have certain health problems. And it depends on like size and weight too. Like my size, I'd probably get $100 or close to it. But if you're 100 pounds, uh, you might only get like $40 or something, depending on where you go. But still, to just sit there for a while and have them suck plasma out of your blood and then put the blood back in, uh, that's a pretty sweet gig. I'd probably do that if I could. I'd definitely do it right now because, without the Uber Eats, this is going to hurt, man. Anybody wants any? I can put in an order for LED lights, plasma LED lights. Let me know if anybody wants to group together. The more people want them, the better deal we can get. Um, if anybody needs some or needs to re-up, I want to put some on the GT Karakoram when I'm done with the Extreme Dad bike. I want to put plasma lights on that because that's my bike that I'm keeping and using for, the around town stuff and group bike rides and such. And now that the weather's going to be hot and we're only going to be riding at night pretty much, got to get some lights on that thing for sure. Got to finish that thing. I got to hacksaw that stupid rack off. I got like $112 worth of stuff in the Extreme Dad bike wish list. And then that thing's going to be, it's not going to look like a new bike because it's 32 years old, but it's going to pretty much be, as far as how it is to ride, it's going to feel pretty much like a new bike. So I got to finish that thing off so I always have a bike to ride no matter what I'm buying or selling. Like if I sell my GT tomorrow, the GT Aggressor Pro, I don't have a bike to ride. I seriously don't have a bike to ride if I sell that thing. So, well, it depends. Big Boys PV, like if you're doing wheels and how much power you want and stuff, if I'm buying one set's worth of stuff, it's going to cost me like $90. But that's for like 10,000 milliamp or 15, depending on, like, I got to check and see what they have right now. Sometimes they have like a 12,000 or 15,000 milliamp that's similar in price but also about the same size and weight as the 10,000. And that, 15,000 to keep you going for like 3.5, 4 hours. Um, oh yeah. Wow. Shane's still loaded up with plasma LED lights, but for 5-volt lights, plug and play, easy, Big Boys PV, I think CC LED, they use a 24 volt or 12 volt, um, and charge 130 to 150 bucks. Uh, Best I can do for the really good light strips and, good quality but still lightweight power banks is somewhere around like 80, 90 bucks if I'm buying one set. But if a bunch, like if I could afford to buy mine now too, and anybody else wanted some, like the more we buy, the cheaper they get. But there's also like I might do the 50/50 red, green, blue lights on the GT. You can power those with a lot less, 5,000 milliamp will keep them going for hours, and they're still pretty bright. And you can change the color and stuff. They're not plasma grade, but I can do one set of those for like $40, 40 ish. So like half as much as the plasma lights. The battery packs, yes, they're just power banks basically. I just try to locate the manufacturer that's got the best size and weight and price on, power banks. What's the latest and greatest current power bank that I can get a deal on? Um, and then you attach that to your spokes or hub, with zip ties, Velcro, or a combination of both. Um, and then just plug and play, and you can just, recharge your power banks every time. Almost all of them recharge with USB C now. Um, so if I'm buying one set, it costs more than if I'm getting a half a dozen or so. But there's still, I don't know, depending on what you're looking for and how long you want to keep them powered, I can come in for less than, considerably less than the CC LED guy. I wonder what color I'd put on the GT Karakorum. I mean, purple would be the obvious choice. And maybe I will, I don't know. I mean, I think purple's still on back order and short supply. But all the other colors are available. I looked the other day, I know green is still available in abundance. The ice blue and vapor blue are available. Red, white. Orange is hit or miss. I don't think orange is available right now. It might be. Like, orange is available in 6.5 foot sections, I think, with a different waterproof coating than the rest of them. Some of the rest of them. Wonder if it tells me I want to get those tires for the. I gotta get that hacksaw and get that stupid rack off of the GT, but I want to get the tires for that thing. Well, they're still on sale. Check this out. If it'll load. Uh, they're $37.99, but it's got a 27 or 25% off coupon, so it's like $30. Free 1-day delivery. It comes with tires, tubes, rim strips, and tire levers. All of that stuff for like $30. And I think they would look cool on the GT, actually. Those tan colored tires, they're for a beach cruiser, but that's going to be a cruiser bike anyway. It's going to be the extreme dad bike, you know? So oh wow, you got the new Segway? Yeah, well, if you're doing scooter kits, that's easy enough. I can do that, and that's easier than doing wheel kits, but my cost for like good lightweight power banks that are going to last a while, and like the good plasma lights for 2 sets to be, if you're putting them on scooters, probably 75, $80. And that's just pretty much what it cost me, tax out the door, and how much it would cost to get it to you. But yeah, green and red are always available, it seems like. Big Boys PEV. And I guess the 5 volts, especially in red, the 5 volt seems to be brighter. The USB plug and play, the ones that I get most commonly, are brighter in 5 volt than 12 or 24. And the green is just always bright no matter what. You're going to see the green for sure. I gotta look at the list. Did I forget something? I'm serious about, like, within the next week or so, I want to have the GT Karakoram on the road. The extreme dad bike is gonna have to go once more. What? It just put all the stuff back in. I got rid of a bunch of stuff. There's only a few of these items in the dad bike list. Okay, now it's good. Now it's the updated one. Okay. So all these items I actually still do need. But all the other stuff, like I trimmed the fat, I got all the other stuff out of the way. So now it's just essentials. And then I'm assuming I'm going to be able to hey Dustin, what's going on, buddy? I'm assuming I'm going to be able to cut that rack off of the GT Karakoram with a hacksaw without damaging the frame. The frame is a little scratched, underneath the rack. The bike's never going to be pristine. I knew that anyway. But I can keep it and ride it, and that was kind of the plan all along. So trying to finish that bike soon. That's good, Dustin. I'm glad. So let me see if I can check Uber. Still waiting for that background check to go through. Such a freaking hassle. No, it's still pending. If you're just joining, I was gonna take you guys out for some Uber Eats tonight. It's nice weather, like warmer nights. Nice to be out on a bicycle, earning a little money. I wouldn't be out on a bicycle for the hell of it after yesterday going like 30 miles. But I would have taken a couple of deliveries tonight if Uber Eats would have let me. I need this. I can't afford it. Like this hacksaw. I can't buy anything right now. I shouldn't even buy food right now without being able to do Uber Eats. But if I bought that hacksaw, at least I'd know if I could get that rack off of the GT or not. I'm sure I could. I'm sure I could cut it to where I could get a better angle on it at least, and cut some of it off and get a better angle on it to where I could spread it the rest of the way to get it off of the frame. I don't know. So that's the plan for the coming days. If I can work it all out, we're going to be riding the Extreme Dad bike. Hopefully by Wednesday, it's not going to happen. I can pretty much guarantee that. The Chaos Ride Friday is possible. And by Sunday, I think it's more possible. By, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, I think we can have it out for sure. But if I can get that stupid rack off of it, I fixed the wheels, I tightened up the cranks, I adjusted the gears, the brakes. That bike's ready to roll, except for the parts that it's missing, and I got to cut that thing off. So I think that's going to, I think we're going to be out there on the GT Karakoram soon. The Extreme Dad bike is almost a thing. But the biggest thing is getting that stupid rack off of the back of it. If I can cut that off without damaging the frame, then we're good. The whole rest of the bike is good to be finished and ridden. I checked the tires again to make sure I wasn't like paranoid. The tires will hold air and they do have tread, but they're dry rotted all to hell. So I might get 1 or 2 rides out of the tires that are on that bike right now. And tubes. The tubes are, seem to be as old as the tires. Vic got a flat yesterday on the second part of the ride, and that was almost an ordeal, but Aaron had a tube, and the crisis was averted. But we had an unscheduled stop at the Stratosphere for like half an hour, 45 minutes. What's up, Robert? Yeah, you're right, Robert, but you got to take them like a $50 deposit or something. And for like hacksaw blades and stuff, I think I just need a hacksaw to cut that thing off. I should probably have one anyway. I'm surprised I don't have a hacksaw. or any kind of saw for that matter. Well, I got like a little camping saw, but that's not going to work. But this hacksaw with 3 blades right here on Amazon is $9.69 with free Prime delivery. So I should probably just buy that. If I had gone out and taken 2 or 3 deliveries tonight, should the Uber Eats background check have gone through, um, yeah, I could have taken 2 or 3 deliveries. I would have for sure bought that hacksaw tonight when I got home. I don't know. We'll see. Within a few days, I'm going to try and be riding that bike, though. Somehow or another, we're going to get that rack safely removed, put the rest of the pieces together, and off we go. The Extreme Dad bike will live and thrive. I thought about going to the O'Reilly's down the street, though, and seeing if they got a hacksaw that's cheap to buy, though. I don't know. I could go down to Lowe's, but that's like, I'm not going to leave a bike locked up at the Lowe's here, and I don't want to walk all the way down there and back. I don't know. I suppose I could wait a day and get one on Amazon. I just gotta make a few dollars. Let me see. Have I bought anything off of this list yet, even? Have I purchased anything off of this? Yeah, I bought grease. I forgot. I needed that. I'm glad I got that. The Park Tool grease. That's come in handy quite a few times. Oh, Carrie. Ah, thank you, Carrie, for posting the link to the projector light and laser. This has been such an exceptionally good value, this little light. How many times have we used this thing now? How many hundreds of hours has this thing run? And it's still good. It still works great, exactly like it should. So, totally worth investing in one of these if anyone's interested in having a light of their own and they don't already. And thanks again, Carrie, for posting the link. I think it's going to be alright to put tan tires on a black and purple bike. It's going to be a unique look. We're going to make that thing hot. I want a tall bar, too. You look, check out this handlebar, guys. Like this one. It's going to take a minute. Why isn't it loading? Like this handlebar right here, it's got a little more rise. It's going to make for a very comfortable ride on the Extreme Dad bike. And that's going to make a big difference. You know, the more comfortable I am on that thing, the more miles we can put on, whatever. So, yeah, get a little rise. Not quite a BMX bar rise, you see, but more than a mountain bike bar rise. So I think that's the one. I went back and forth a couple of times, but that's going to be the kind of bar we got to put on that bike. Even if I ordered that right now, it says if I order within the next 4 hours and 5 minutes, it's not going to get here until Thursday, even. So I could maybe, well, I don't know. I could maybe have this bike going by Friday if a lot of pieces fall into place in the next few hours. But then, yeah, after that thing is finished and rideable, we're going to have to put some lights on it. Not sure if we're going to do plasma. I want to do plasma on that bike. Plasma wheel lights. Probably not the frame because of how old it is and how cool the frame is on that bike, but should do wheels, I guess. What else can I do on that bike? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll get creative. We'll put some kind of decent lighting effect on that thing. It deserves it. That thing's going to be so awesome. I'm so excited about riding that bike. I've been waiting a long time. But the tires, let's see, I can order the tires as long as they're still on sale, like closer to the day of, because they come. Like if I ordered those right now, if I order those in the next 3 hours and 32 minutes, they'll come tomorrow. So one day on the tires, these tires right here, check this out. Let me give you a good look at the tires. Hold on. See, check this out. I think they're cheap tires, beach cruiser tires, but I think they'll look cool on the bike and they will serve a purpose. And it comes with tubes and rim strips and tire levers for like $30 for everything. Like that's a crazy good deal. Even if the tires aren't very good, that's still a really good deal. So I know I can order those like the day before I need them, or probably ought to do it like 2 days before I need them. And the handlebar is going to take until Thursday if I order it now. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Thanks for bearing with me, staring at laser patterns and listening to me ramble on about unimportant things. Anyway, I gotta check something while you guys stare at lasers. Still no Facebook notifications. I don't have tons of things to sell at the moment, but I do have, what I do have left is, good things at good prices, like a GT Aggressor Pro mountain bike. Glad you're still here, Laney Grace, and everybody that is still here. I appreciate you. I should have gone and walked around or something tonight. I didn't feel like riding a bike unless I was making money. Maybe instead I should have just gone and walked around. I don't know. It's probably a little late for that now. Yeah. That's good, Shane. Do you have a hacksaw, Shane? Or an angle grinder or anything by any chance, Shane? Or does anybody in the greater Las Vegas area have an angle grinder or a hacksaw that I can borrow? Hey, Irving's here. What's going on, buddy? Well, glad you're here. And you can lurk if you like. But we're always glad to have you here in the stream in any capacity. Well, if it functions as a hacksaw, that would be helpful. Yeah, I figured you would, Irving. I know you're probably all set on tools, but I don't know. Well, thanks for taking a look. Anyway, Shane, I suppose, well, I can't spend any money on anything right now, but if I sell maybe the newer GT bike tomorrow or something, I could probably justify spending. Well, I'm gonna have to get the Extreme Dad bike finished if I sell the other bike tomorrow, because I don't have a complete bike otherwise. But I guess, if I sell the bike that I've been riding, I can justify spending $9.69 on a hacksaw if it has to be. I just want to finish that bike and be done with it, and then just build up just like I've fallen behind a little bit. And things have not gone perfectly according to plan, and unrelated and unexpected expenses have come out of the woodwork. Just trying to stay afloat. It'd be really helpful if the Uber Eats would work, if they would just process that background check that I have to do once a year, and now it could take 10 to 14 days, they said, if you're just tuning in, and that's going to be not good at all. I was going to be out there right now. We were going to be doing Uber Eats together, guys. Might have even been able to drag Shane along. Probably not, but maybe. Because it makes for a fun ride, just seeing where you end up. But I hope I don't have to wait anywhere near 10 to 14 days to do Uber Eats, because I've kind of adjusted everything now to where I have time to do it, and the weather is going to be, better for it at like dinner time and stuff for a while than it has been. So it'd be really nice to get that going again before it's too hot. I gotta eat something still. I'm gonna get up early and just fingers crossed that, like, I gotta make some money tomorrow somehow. I gotta sell something or take some deliveries, or I'm not terribly off track, but I can't afford to lose any time. I can't afford to miss tonight. So I'm just gonna fingers crossed that somehow, by the grace of God, that background check went through by tomorrow morning, and maybe I can get out early and take a couple of deliveries, and then maybe again, especially if it goes through tomorrow, I can do it early before it gets too hot, and do a couple other things throughout the day, and then maybe hit it for dinner time. So we'll see. Fingers crossed, guys. There's a lot riding on this. There aren't too many strings that I can pull right now. I was really kind of counting on Uber Eats. What did I get? I got peanuts and granola bars and SpaghettiOs. and coffee creamer at the store today. And milk, I think. Yeah. So I gotta eat some of that, whatever. Something out of what I just mentioned. I'm pretty sure I ate SpaghettiOs yesterday. I gotta quit eating those all the time. But it's like right now it's like $1.25 a can or something for SpaghettiOs with meatballs. And it'll keep you alive, sort of. So could be worse. I'm not gonna complain about eating SpaghettiOs. But that's the only meal, like dinner kind of option I think there is tonight. I had two people hit me up on the bike I have for sale right now, the last remaining bike that I have for sale. And nobody came through. Like one guy said he bought another bike that was close to him, and I understand that. Like if you're walking or taking Uber or something or the bus or whatever to go look at or pick up a bike, you're going to want to get the one that's closer to you if you can. So that guy did. If I can do it at all. I've logged into uh, DoorDash. All the DoorDash orders are like 10 miles. You know, and then I got to come 10 miles back and they want to pay you like $6 for that. It's going to take me 2 hours to take one of those deliveries and come back. You know, I just can't do it. I'd be out there like that's my whole run for like $6. I've logged in to DoorDash and just like anything, they tried to pay me $1.50 for a short order. Like there's like maybe 3 miles, and they want to pay me $1.50. They'll pay $1.50 now for DoorDash orders around here if it's like a short one and there's no tip. And you know, I just that's too low. I can't do it for $1.50. If it had been $3 going 3 miles, I might have done it. I don't know. I do like I have done a few lately, just like one or two here and there. It's been probably a couple of months since I did a DoorDash because they're all crazy orders. You know, they wanted me to go like the other day they sent me one for like 17 miles. It would have been a decent payout, but then you know, at least 30 miles round trip. I don't know if it's like 17 miles away and then 17 miles back, but I'm thinking at least 25, 30 miles round trip on that. I just can't do that on a bicycle. They knew that I was using a bicycle, but now they set it back to a car, and I keep trying to fix it, and there just doesn't seem to be a way to do that. So I'm counting on the Uber Eats. I'll take, if they're short deliveries, I'll take them if they're low payouts. But they have to approve my background check. I'm waiting for that right now. I'm at the mercy of that, and that sucks because I can't afford to wait, and I probably would have made at dinner time. I could have probably taken two or three at least, close enough deliveries with Uber Eats, and made enough money to buy a hacksaw and get some decent dinner. So I don't know. I want to get out there and make a few more bucks. DoorDash is just ridiculous. DoorDash is coming apart at the seams. I don't know if there's any hope for it around here anymore, unless you want to take forever long deliveries. But, you know, Uber Eats has been okay. Not great, but okay. But they have to let me do it. I have to be able to do it. They have to approve my stinking background check. They could take 10 to 14 days now because of backlogs and other stupid crap. I don't know. I'm over it. I'm ready for smooth sailing. I'm not opposed to doing the work, making an effort, doing what I can when I can, but you gotta let me do it. You know, don't cut me off. Don't stand in the way. I'm already getting choked to death as it is. So, the plan was to get out tonight and do Uber Eats because that's the only thing that seems to work at all, but background check. I understand that's their policy, their insurance requires it. Once a year, I have to do a background check, and now, to like stupid circumstances, I have to wait up to 10 to 14 days for that to go through. And I wish they would have notified me like 10 to 14 days ahead of time. I would have done it before it expired. I don't know if you can do that anyway, though, with Uber. I don't know. It's stupid. All of it. And I'm over it. But, just let me go out and make a few dollars. That's all I'm asking. If I could go out once or twice a day, take a couple of deliveries each time, I'll be okay, barely. But, I gotta have the option. And right now, I mean, people are not buying things a lot. It's probably a little slower than it normally would be with Uber Eats and DoorDash anyway, but the things that I'm selling, even bikes, all of a sudden well, I don't want to say tons of bikes for sale, but a lot of them popping up cheap. A lot of people are just like, screw it, get it out of here, give me whatever for it, and that's not helping. And everything I've got to sell on eBay right now is slow moving. I mean, people are just not spending money the way they were. And, a combination of factors is just making things more difficult. Groceries are more expensive. Gas prices are still high. The cost of living is, I don't know how anybody manages around here anymore. So it's a real blow when one potential source of income doesn't come through. But hopefully, fingers crossed. I mean, they said I should be waiting 10 to 14 days. But last year, I think it was, when we did this, it was delayed. But I think it was working the next day. So I'm going to get up early tomorrow anyway. And at least start the day, hopefully on the right foot, with the option of doing Uber Eats. But either way, I'm going to hit it early and just see, what opportunities come about tomorrow. If not Uber Eats, then I got to figure something else out. So I better get an early start. I don't know. And quit offering me antivirus stuff on the computer. I don't want to buy things. There are things that I need that I wish I didn't have to buy, but I don't want to buy antivirus software. That's the last thing that's the last thing I can afford to spend money on right now. I've got a freaking VPN. I gotta have a VPN anyway. And it's got antivirus. Uh-oh, is that another notification? Oh, it says it's going to be 88 tomorrow. That's what that notification was. Ooh. Well, that's not even hot. It's going to feel like it. It was 85 today, and that felt hot. And then it's going to be 90 or 91, I think, still on Wednesday. And then it's going to cool off some. It's going to back off a little bit towards the end of the week. Oh man, I'm gonna try and sleep well tonight, but I'm just I'm just stressed out. I'm tired of stupid things just not going smoothly. Like they don't have to be stupid things, you know? Like certain things should just go a little more smoothly and then I'd be all right with everything. You know, life is going to throw you challenges and obstacles and stuff once in a while, but when it happens for basically no reason, at the worst possible time, that's not helpful. Anyway, I guess it's not worth stressing over, but I can't help not stressing. Yeah, it is too hot too soon, definitely. Oh man. But it should, like, it's not going to stay hot, I guess, the forecast is saying, Shane. So we're still going to get some good weather. It's not just going to go from winter to summer. We should have a few more nice days to enjoy before summer kicks us in the nuts. No, you don't have to do that, Big Boys PV. There's like, I should be able to knock out my own uh, Amazon list. It's like, I need like $112 worth of parts for this bike. And then it'd be basically like a new bike in a lot of ways. And this one I'm keeping. This one's not getting sold. The GT Karakoram is for me. Why did my internet go out? On my computer I can see that the internet is out, and that doesn't make any sense. Hey Amy, good to see you. Thanks for being here. That's mighty kind of you, Big Boys PV, though, to say it and suggest. You've already done an awful lot of wish list items, so you're good. Let me see why my internet is out. Hold on, guys. The TV's not out. That's weird that the internet would be. Why does it say can't connect to this network? Why would it not be able to connect to the network? But the TV is on and it runs off of the same thing. Hang on, guys. I'm trying to have internet. I'm trying to add up the dang... Why can't it connect to this network? What the hell? Hold on a second, guys. Bear with me. Try this one more time. Why isn't it connecting? Okay, it's connected, I guess, barely. What the hell happened to the internet? I don't know. Hold on. Okay. Well, I guess sorry about that, guys. I guess it's working, kind of, now. The TV's still working, like the cable TV's on, and it runs off of the same thing. I don't know. Let me check something else while you guys stare at lasers. Okay, still not approved for Uber Eats. Hasn't gone through the background check. They ought to know after this many years. I guess, like, I guess there is the possibility that, I could have had some, murder charges or something like that at this point since the last time they did a background check on me. I don't know. I don't know what they're looking for year to year necessarily. Like, if I've been good for like the 8 years prior, like, you would think that this one, wouldn't even be necessary. But I guess, they're being extra careful. But whatever, it could be done by tomorrow morning. That's a long shot, and call me an optimist. But I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning and expect that the background check has gone through and we can do some early AM uh, Uber Eats. Hopefully. We'll see. What's going on with the internet? There's like no signal now. But the TV's still working fine. Usually, like, if the internet's gonna cut out, the TV cuts out too. And like a little message pops up on the screen. I don't know. Now it looks like it's full signal again, the internet. Maybe it was just. Maybe it's tired of the way things are going lately. And it just kind of gave up there for a minute. I know the feeling, internet. Let's see, hold on. Checking something else. Yeah, I looked at the weather again. The low temperature now is 60 degrees. Like the lowest it's gonna get in the morning is 60 degrees downtown anyway, and that hasn't happened in a while. It's usually colder than that. So I'm pretty excited about this wonderful weather. The nighttime is going to be a lot better than it has been. It's going to be pretty hot during the day tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's probably what happened, Shane. But it's always a terrible feeling when the internet goes out or the cable. I don't pay. Well, I do pay, I guess, but like you can't not pay for it where I live. It's just like included, I guess, the cable and the internet. Um, but I otherwise, like, if it didn't make you get it, I wouldn't do it. Hey, Sarah. Hello. Good to see everybody who's been in to the stream or the chat at some point. Hope everybody's week is going well. Mine would be going better if my Uber Eats background check, my annual Uber Eats background check would go through a little more quickly. I could get out there and hustle up a few dollars. But it is what it is. Happy to be enjoying some good weather. Nice warmish, but not too hot weather. It did feel hot today, but nothing like it's gonna be. And I can tolerate, mid 80s in Vegas sun. It's gonna be a little warmer tomorrow, but still gonna be worth being outside in the morning and the evening anyway. So I hope it all goes through tomorrow. I'd love to take you guys out for some Uber Eats. So we'll see if that background check of freaking go through already. Fingers crossed. I'm planning on waking up early in the morning, and it's like a done deal, and I can just have my coffee and a bite to eat, and off we go. Start taking some deliveries again. Anyway. Guess it might be time to eat SpaghettiOs. But I do appreciate you guys coming and hanging out for a while. And we'll do something tomorrow if you're available. Hopefully something good. We'll see. Could be Uber Eats. Could be something different entirely. Could be going and looking at bikes with Shane. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, hope you guys have an awesome Tuesday. And hopefully I'll see you if you're available. So, thanks for hanging out. Take care of yourselves, guys. And I'll see you again real soon.